Well, what to do? So I will first do the facts and then get into the Scientology angle and I guess my own perspective. Although, yeah, this one's an odd one. So recently it has come out that Laura Prepon, and I know some people go like, her name is, I don't care. I don't care. You say Prepon, who cares? Anyway, so Laura has gotten a divorce. Now, it seems that Ben, the husband, initiated this divorce in Tennessee. It's only a few days, but the news has gotten out. Now, I read about this, I think, in People magazine. I'll double check. But anyway, the first story I read did not even mention the Scientology, former or current. Just they got a divorce. So it's a lot to ponder here. And it is interesting that if you do look at her long term relationships, it has been with men in Scientology, right? Before this, her longtime boyfriend was Chris Masterson, the brother of you know who. So, a lot to work through. Now, I guess you could say in Laura's favor that she really wasn't part of the Danny Masterson trial, right? I mean, Ashton and Mila did come out and publicly try to defend him, although they were a little bit careful. They just said, guys, I just believe in love. And Ashton kept reminding us, guys, he's a father. He has a daughter. The daughter's a daughter. Yes, I think we can all admit that Danny Masterson's daughter is a daughter. And there we are. But Laura just kind of kept her distance. And it certainly can't be because she wasn't close to Danny. I mean, you look back at their photos, it is astonishing how often and how many places that core group, which included Vilmer, and as far as I know, Vilmer was never a Scientologist, but then neither was Ashton. So they all went to these very friendly pro Scientology gatherings, and it was very consistent until a few years ago. And for a long time, they were very tight, but now, not so much. And again, Vilmer also kept his distance, but again, Vilmer is a bit of an anomaly. He just was not into the Scientology thing as far as you can see at all. It was a social thing, and that was it. But Laura was very committed to Scientology, very committed all the way. You can find quotes in public where she talks about Scientology. But officially, she left the church a few years ago, apparently closed that chapter in her life, and moved on. So, what to make of this? Well, on the one hand, it could be nothing. It could just be Ben is having his own problems, mental problems, alcohol, drugs, maybe had an affair, maybe he has another girlfriend, they fell out of love. It could really just be a relationship thing. It's run its course, it's over, we're done. It is certainly weird where they are in their careers. I mean, they aren't exactly paralyzed, but I would say they've slowed down. I mean, Laura still gets a few good jobs in minor roles. Her last big thing was the Orange Black series or whatever that was for Netflix. I've heard good things about it, just never had time to look at it. So Orange is the New Black or whatever. That was her thing. Ben has sort of been just doing several different movies. Again, he is the star, but they're not big projects. So they're sort of both in a kind of a bit of a slump. Not dead. I mean, they already made money, so don't worry about their finances. But still, they aren't in the biggest top roles in Hollywood. Okay, so those are the facts out of the way. Now let's have a little bit of fun and just going through the post-romance crisis, I guess. And again, I'm going to insert myself. I'm just being fun, not being serious. But it is kind of interesting when I think about it that Laura does technically fit the description of a ex-Scientology women, and the ex-Scientology women more recently have, at least the very public ones, are kind of a bit crazy. Just going through Reese, Natalie, Lara. I know DOA calls her Laura. It's Lara, Lara FM. They're all a little bit unhinged. I kept thinking about it. Is there any, quote, normal girl in this space? And I know I'm going to get some flack because, yes, Reese is relatively normal. Although I don't think me and Reese are going to be getting together at all because she prefers men over, you know, 75 years of age, and I'm not there. I'm not going to be there for like maybe, what, 25 years. So I'm out of her age range. But being more serious, I guess Jessica Palmadessa is the most normal woman in this kind of weird atmosphere. And even she has her own hangups. Anyway, nothing's going to happen with me and her because, she's into Justin Bieber. And Bieber at the moment is going through Puff Daddy problems. Yeah. So, there we are. So, where will Laura find love? I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to give it a try, but if she is like these other ex Scientology women, it's probably going to be very, very strange for her. I mean, I'm going to be stating the obvious that I might be more interested in, quote, dating Laura to save her from Aaron because I don't know. When this gets back to Aaron, why do I suspect Aaron? I'm not being serious here, but he might actually try to get in contact saying, Laura, you could redemit yourself. Go on my show. We can have an interview. You could become another woman in the Aaron SPTV cult. You could be her. I could be your mentor and guide you through the world of the Scientology. Yeah, right, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it is kind of weird. I mean, she is technically a former Scientologist, but she hasn't really talked about the bad things the church has done. She's just kind of just made it to be like, oh, yeah, I was into the thing, tried it out, liked it, did other things. Gonna move on now. Hmm. Hmm. Although I am joking, though, I am being somewhat serious. I think Aaron will try to take advantage of the situation and somehow insert himself and be like, yes, Lara is divorced. Now, what are we going to do, guys? Are we going to let her go on her little merry way? Or are we going to be yelling at her like Emily Armstrong and demand that they come on my show and answer some tough questions from me, Aaron Smith Levin, Presidente of the SPTV Foundation? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to guess the obvious. Laura's going to lay low. She's not going to have a relationship for quite a while. And I am joking that I might have a shot. I don't know. I mean, at this point, it seems you have to have at least some big interest in Scientology and be vaguely connected to Hollywood, and then you might be able to date her. But I don't know. Again, we don't know enough yet, but it would be pretty hilarious if maybe Ben became disillusioned with Scientology and Laura's still holding on to it. And he's like, we just got to let it go. And she's like, no, I love my Hubbard too much. We must keep it. We must pass it on to the child. And Ben is like, I don't think that's a good idea, Laura. Well, you need to shut up. Concentrate on your Thetan levels. I'm tired of talking about the Thetan levels. I don't care about no goddamn Thetan levels. Then you, sir, must get out of my domicile. You are no longer a proper husband. I don't know. It could just be something more simple. Maybe they just disagreed over Taylor Swift songs. I don't know. But for the record, apparently Laura is free. So if Tom Cruise is not going to come in, I guess she's open to another Thomas coming. Hopefully not Scoville. No, let it not be Scoville. Oh, God. Oh, God. Maybe he's going to try this too. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see where this is going to go. But it is definitely unexpected. I thought they were actually together a much longer time, but it's like only 6 years. Huh. Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. Will she come out and actually become an anti-Scientologist activist? I doubt it, but I'm guessing she's going to get a few questions here about what role, if any, did Scientology play in this weird turn of events.